Hey everyone, my name is Ryan and I'm the CEO and founder here at UpKeep, and it is another Release Friday. We've got some really exciting news to share with you, and the first up is UpKeep Intelligence. This is how we think the future of maintenance is going to look like over the next 5-10 years. We think that AI is going to be the core of everyone's workflows, and we've released some epic new features within the UpKeep product. We're rolling it out for early access beta users. If you're interested in signing up for it, go onto our website and fill out one of our early access beta forms. It's incredibly exciting. All right, the second up, what we have in UpKeep is just better and easier parts creation across iOS, Android, and the web. The parts creation flow is just seamless now. Really excited for you to check it out. And then the third up is our bulk updating preventative maintenance schedules. We know that a great maintenance program starts with preventative maintenance, and we're just making it much easier for you all to manage your preventative maintenance schedules. So go in, check it out, let us know what you think, and I'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone.
In our first update, I'm going to walk you through a new feature that lets you bulk update schedules within a PM. This works if you have a PM that has multiple schedules within a single template, allowing you to update both the schedules and the assignee information. So let's say, for example, that I just hired a new technician. They're going to take over the inspection for these 3 locations. I'll go ahead and select those and quickly update the assignee. I can update the primary worker, additional worker, and teams. In this case, I'm just updating the primary worker. We just hired Amir, who will be responsible for these locations. Now, Amir is the primary assignee on these particular appearances. Let's take another example. Let's say these 2 locations. We've been doing some tests and realized that we only need to do the inspection every 2 months instead of every month. I already have some locations on a 2-month schedule. I can select those 2, quickly update the schedule, and set these PMs to be done every 2 months. Last, but certainly not least, let's say we do more testing and research and discover that this particular location only needs the PM every 3 months. I can go in, update the schedule, and create a brand new schedule, setting it to be due every 3 months on the last day of the month at 5 p.m. and create the work order 3 days before it's due. At 8 a.m., click Done, Update, and now that location is on a 3-month schedule. This feature is designed to save you time and allow you to perform bulk actions within the context of a single PM. Next, I'll be demonstrating a new flow for creating parts with multiple inventory lines in UpKeep. This update is designed to help connect the dots between how a part relates to its inventory lines and how you can control the settings for those inventory lines. In the UpKeep web application, I'll go ahead and create a new part. You'll see that this page is now a slimmed down version. Let's say these are 3/4 inch conveyor rollers. "10 inches long, with a part number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I might give this part a description, upload an image, and decide if it's a non-stock or critical part. In the inventory line section, this is where things are changing a little bit. Now I can view all my inventory line settings and see how they affect my inventory lines in real time. Let's say I'm going to stock this part at 3 different locations: Abbott Incorporated, Abernethy, and the Adams Group. At all 3 locations, the part has a standard cost. Rather than entering those one by one, I'll enter my standard cost here. These cost $7.55 each. However, each location uses a different number of conveyor belts. so their minimum and maximum stock levels will vary. Abbott uses the most conveyor belts, so we have a minimum quantity of 20 with a max of 200. Abernethy uses the fewest, keeping 4 in stock with a max of 50. Adams Group is somewhere in between, keeping 12 in stock with a max of 200, maximum of 150. I can also decide if I want a standard barcode or a randomly generated one. If I randomly generate, I'll get a different barcode for each, or I can standardize it across all inventory lines. I'll go ahead and enter my variable quantity, 30 at Abbott, 6 at Abernethy, and 120 at the Adams Group. I can continue adding vendors, customers, people, teams, and additional information as before. None of these options are changing. They're just laid out a little differently in collapsible sections to save you time. From here, I'll create my part, refresh the page, and find that roller. Now, I can see the 3 inventory lines I just created for the 3 locations. I can click into any of these to see details or return to the high-level part overview. Next, I want to walk you through our Work Order Custom Fields feature. Work Order Custom Fields help you add additional data to your work orders when the default fields aren't sufficient. This is great for adding fields for integrations, metadata, reporting, and any other information that's useful for daily operations. To create a custom field, go to the Settings page, navigate to the Work Orders module, and open the Custom Fields tab. From here, click Create Field and select the field type. We have single-line text, multi-line text, drop-downs, dates, numbers, and currency fields. Once the field is created, you can add it to any work order. So if I create a new work order, I now have the option to add that cost code. I'll assign it to production and create the work order. Now, I can see that the cost code has been applied. This feature is great for capturing additional data and ultimately reporting on it without needing extra steps. That's Work Order Custom Fields. Next, I'm excited to share that you can now create multi-line parts directly from your mobile device. If your company uses multi-inventory lines, when you go to click, Create, and View More, you'll see the option to create parts. On the Part Creation screen, you'll need to name your part, maybe a 1-inch conveyor roll, 12 inches long, part number CON 204849. You can add a description, tags, and decide if the part is stock, non-stock, or critical. Most importantly, under inventory settings, you can now set a standard minimum quantity threshold or turn it off. You can also set a maximum quantity threshold and a standard cost. For example, if all locations store this part and it costs $3.65, you can set that here. You can also choose to generate a random barcode or standardize it. Now, when I go to create an inventory line, I'll pick a location and my cost is already set at $3.65 along with my barcode. I still need to enter my minimum, maybe 60, and my maximum, let's say 500. I currently have 120 in stock. I can add another inventory line for a different location using the same part. If I set a standard minimum of 20 and a max of 60, then when I go back to my inventory lines, I'll see that reflected. I can still set vendors, customers, assignees, teams, notes, files, and custom data the same way as before. The big change is that you can now create multi-inventory lines and set up your inventory line settings directly. I'll go ahead and click Create, then find the part in my inventory. Now I can see the inventory lines I just created. If I need to add another, I can go back, edit, add another inventory line, pick a location, set the quantity, and submit. Save, and now I have 4 inventory lines set up for this part. Finally, we've updated the work order creation screen to help you move faster and stay focused. We reorganized the layout to prioritize the most important information and group related fields together, making the form easier to scan and quicker to fill out. In the previous version, fields were scattered, easy to miss, and not always in a logical order. The new layout streamlines the experience. Higher priority fields are now at the top, sections are grouped more intuitively, and the form feels cleaner, so you can get in, fill it out, and move on. The functionality hasn't changed, just the experience of using it. Thank you for joining us for this Release Friday.